I am so down to explore Hope's sexuality and Hope in different relationships, 1000%, but we have zero control.
What's wrong with her? I'm not sure, but she won't wake up.
I think that the Super Squad is really lost without their main Super Squad leader. We've kind of leaned on Hope for so much of all of our monster fighting issues that as we kind of reach a point during even the first episode, the main question is just like, where is Hope Michelson? Because that's all we've ever depended on this entire time.
They're managing as best they can without Hope. In the first episode, we really focus on Josie's attempted reintegration, basically, into the school after her episode as Dark Josie.
Who am I gonna kill? Should it be vampires?
Dark Josie definitely has a lot to come to terms with, since obviously she wasn't in control. So now she has to deal with all of the repercussions, mainly dealing with Alyssa Chang, who is very much alive.
Don't make it a big thing.
And also dealing with how she's gonna move forward in the school and with her family.
Black really isn't your color.
You're late to your own funeral.
Lizzie and Josie are always complicated, as per the usual. Lizzie, how do I say this without, like, Lizzie is very protective over Josie, even though Josie legitimately tried to kill her.
One less mouth to feed.
While Josie just wants to sink into a hole and cease to exist, Lizzie is almost trying to go on this apology tour for Josie.
Lizzie is trying to help her with that, but maybe not in the best or most constructive way, and sort of a reverting back a little bit to old Lizzie kind of way.
That's kind of a point of discourse between the two of them.
Josie becoming Dark Josie made Lizzie realize just how much work there is still to do on their relationship as sisters and finding the best way to be a support for Josie.
So if all I ever have is the memory of the way he loved me, then I will survive this.
I think that the season focuses a lot on Hope and Landon, and there's a lot that's kind of pulling them apart. And so we're going to explore that a little bit.
Hope and Landon's relationship this season is all about how difficult it is to keep that relationship going under the circumstances.
Are you blackmailing me? No, I'm just looking for a kindred spirit in revenge.
I think that like a big thing going into Legacies as a whole was how diverse that, you know, we saw that we could all be, and being able to explore relationship dynamics that weren't previously explored in the Vampire Diaries and the originals. So I feel like, you know, going in, we all wanted to really break some barriers and try new things with, you know, a female protagonist. I am so down to explore Hope's sexuality and Hope, you know, in different relationships, 1000%, but we have zero control.
The control that we have is to do this and say like, yes, we'd love to. It's up to them, you know?
It's up to them.
At the beginning of the show, so much of what we were doing was like putting different cast members together in different scenes to see what sticks. Danielle and I were like one of the first people to really start working together. So it was just like a natural thing of like, oh yeah, like this is cute.
I feel like we created this little monster that has now like exploded on the internet, and we're just like, Ed, I don't know how to tame this thing.
Yeah.
He danced like a sparkler and smiled like the sun.
Considering what Lizzie went through in season 2 romantically, it might have changed her expectations a little bit into what she is hoping for a relationship and how she sees MG. I think she's really starting to value a lot of those traits that MG has that make him such an amazing person. And potentially he could be what she needs.
If she still wants to kill me, the safest place I can be is right here next to you.
I love the relationship between Lizzie and Hope, and I think the dynamic of Lizzie and Josie bringing Hope into the sisterhood is really important, and being Hope's adopted family.
I really have enjoyed getting to play Hope having friends, honestly. I know that sounds kind of weird, but I mean that because, you know, in the first season, I really didn't work much with the twins in a positive light. So it's been a lot of fun for me to work with Jenny and to explore Hope with a girlfriend. And I think that that's something that we are going to continue to explore. And with any relationship, I think there are ups and downs. There will always be the snarkiness between those two characters, which is kind of part of their charm. But yeah, that's definitely in season 3.
It's what remains of our father. His name is
Malivore.
In season 1, he was sort of this entity that we knew to be afraid of. And then in season 2, What's the Harry Potter where Voldemort's not really in it a ton? Prisoner of Azkaban. If the season 2 is kind of like that, where the necromancer took center stage, but then you realize, oh no, Malivore is behind all of this. This season, it's just sort of the next necessary step.
He plays a huge role this year. I think bigger than ever before, to be honest with you. But since there's kind of the mystery taken away of, what Malivore is and everything, we see him pretty front and center, I'd say.